My family and I are safe. Our home made it through the night, and we are feeling so blessed and so fortunate and so lucky. And just praying for everybody else. So grateful for Peter for letting us stay at his house.
Wow. Welcome back. This actress, producer, author, and podcast host Jennie Garth. That clip was from January when Jennie gave an update to her fans after evacuating from her home during the LA wildfires. We were watching that video. You said, that's raw. That's you.
Yeah.
And the other headline that came, your home was saved, right?
Home is saved,
your home is saved. So
great.
Check that out. But there I am getting updates on the wildfires, and then I see your ex-husband, Peter Facinelli, and he says something to the effect that all of you are under the same roof. I see you taking the breath. Because this took work to get this friendship.
Yeah, we didn't just magically get there on a rainbow. It was a lot of work and a lot of years.
You were married for how long?
We were together for 17. I don't remember how long we were married.
That's okay. That's okay.
But it felt like 17 for sure.
I love that you talk. He was a guest on your podcast.
Yes, he was.
How did that come to be?
Well, the producers brought the idea to me from iHeart, and I thought, I don't know about that. You know, because we were kind of just texting for 10 years.
You have 3 children.
3 children, and we co-parent them 100%. It's 50-50, and we didn't always see eye to eye. There are often times when we still don't see eye to eye, but we have a newfound sort of respect for one another.
How'd you get there? I love that. I love it.
I feel like for me, I got there by giving myself the luxury of not being there. Like taking the time it needed to get there, because I was pretty devastated for a good amount of time, and really trying to again be strong for the girls and make it look like it was easy and everything was copacetic, and
not to mention making it look like that to the public.
Right, exactly.
He has his legions of fans. You have your fans, and that means fans believe they can be in your business.
Yeah, and also I do have a deep respect for him. He's the father of my beautiful girls, and so I would never want to say anything negative about him. So I never did, and we always kept it very, nice.
And then he unblocked you on some. Is that
day,
a true story? He unblocked you on social media.
He says he didn't block me, but when you can't see someone's feed, you're blocked. But maybe he didn't do it. Maybe somebody else did it for him.
Somebody blocked you on his behalf.
Yeah, maybe.
And then you noticed that he'd unblocked you?
Yeah.
Oh.
This was, I think, after the podcast, after he came on the podcast.
We have a clip of his appearance on the... wait a minute. He was still blocking you while on your podcast?
I don't know. I forgot. I just stopped caring.
I'm team you. Peter, we're watching. Let's play it.
No.
I really see sometimes a lot of you in our kids, and it makes me smile. It really does, like in the things that they do, in the way they handle themselves. I think you're an incredibly strong woman. I think the kids see you as a strong woman. I think that there's an inner strength that they carry because of that.
When you and your husband Dave and the children ended up at his house during the wildfires, somebody asked him about it, and he said, as much as it is flattering for someone to say, hey, it was really noble of you to take your ex-wife and her husband, I mean, I could never imagine saying no. I love her. She is the mother of my kids. I consider her a friend. I consider her husband a friend. That is part of choosing me. It's the maturity that comes with saying, choosing me does not mean I have to have this negative line toward you.
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I've done that over the years too with the girls. They always say, oh, the teenage years, look out. But I don't believe in that style of thinking. I believe in sort of making your own path.
Yeah.
And so we were able to do that. But I mean, doing that podcast with him, I had never heard him say he loved that I was a strong woman.
Wow.
I've always thought.
What did that feel like
that
for
was
you?
the reason we broke up.
Really?
I've always thought I was just a little too strong for him. And it felt, I was just taking it all in, and I gave him that microphone, and he just started talking and saying things to me that I had always wanted to hear, but never heard him say. And so it was really moving. Even watching it now, it makes me feel moved.
You and Dave, your husband, have been together 9 years.
Yeah.
how did he feel about that moment? Obviously, you all have moved on and you're married and happily married, but to hear him admire something you thought was seen as a negative, how did that conversation go?
Well, he never really got how Peter and I had a long-lasting relationship because he knows how strong I am and how important it is to me to have a voice, especially now. And he can't kind of see us together, but Dave loves my strength and he loves that I have a voice and I'm not afraid to say what I think. And
I love how unguarded you are. I have to tell you, I'm never comfortable asking people about ex-relationships because I always say, imagine going to dinner with your new person and everyone's asking about the last person and you're like, hey. But,
I know, and he stepped into like a situation with 3 daughters, a famous
Fiona's
ex-husband.
18, your youngest,
Yeah,
she's 18.
She's 18.
A famous ex-husband,
Right.
and he steps into this.
And he's in our life all the time because of the girls.
How did you prepare Dave for that?
I didn't.
Because you met on a blind date
Yeah.
in 2014. You got engaged a year later.
No.
Oh,
Three
wait a
months
minute.
later.
Wait.
We got engaged 3 months later.
I gave you a year. You got.
There's more. We got married.
A blind date.
Yeah.
And 3 months later, you got engaged.
And then 6 months later, we were married.
6 months later. Okay. Is that part of the choose me mentality? Because so many people are going to choose themselves today.
You know what? It really was because I knew what I wanted. I knew what I didn't want.
Yeah.
And I saw something that I knew would work out in the end. And I just was like, this is it. Let's do it.
This is it. We have Dave from your podcast. Let's play it.
We left the restaurant. They were leaving, and we were going to valet. You gave the ticket. Your car got pulled up right in front of mine. I was saying, I walked over to you and I was like, after, what did we say, like 3 sentences to each other? I was like, well, it was really nice meeting you. Can I call you sometime? It was kind of like you were going to be like, no, see ya. And you were like, no, but you can follow me. And I was like, and first thought was, oh, on Instagram? No, she was like, no, dummy, follow me in your car.
Then I sped off.
Like a bat out of hell.
So, as I understand it, the blind date, you all didn't talk much.
No.
But somebody said the right thing because 3 months later, you're engaged.
Yeah, something worked out. in
Something
there.
worked
Yeah.
out. Coming up, the last time Jennie was here, we celebrated the 90s with Tori Spelling. We'll catch up with all things in the life and the friendship of this incredible cast of people who brought us the iconic show, Beverly Hills 90210. We'll be right back.